In this video we are looking at the evolution of Sonic. The legendary Blue Blur, who made his debut on the Sega Genesis all the way back in 1991. 3 decades have passed since Sonic first appeared, and he has gone through many changes, from his pixelated beginnings to his present-day, fully 3D incarnation. In this video, we'll go into Sonic's backstory and examine the character's development over the years. Before we begin, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon. The Classic Era, 1991–1998. In 1991, Sonic published the first Sonic game, and it was an immediate classic. Sonic the Hedgehog was the first game in the series, and it served to familiarize players with Sonic and his enemy, Dr. Eggman. The blue hue of Sonic's signature was chosen to match the Sega emblem, while his design was based on a combination of Mickey Mouse and Felix the cat. Sonic's 2D side-scrolling gameplay and vibrant, vivid backgrounds defined the series' classic period. Sonic's ability to run faster than the speed of sound was a prominent feature of the games, which featured a high rate of action and a concentration on speed. The memorable tunes from Sonic's classic era are a defining characteristic of that time period. These video games had an original soundtrack that fused electronic sounds with rock and jazz elements. Its success spawned a whole new musical subgenre called Sonic music. Sonic's success during its classic era led to the creation of multiple follow-up games including Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic CD, and even a third Sonic the Hedgehog game. There were additional characters like Tails, Knuckles, and Amy Rose, and the backstory of Sonic's universe was elaborated upon in these games. Sonic's Genesis. In 1991, Sonic the Hedgehog was unleashed into the world via the Sega Mega Drive, Genesis, to US. The desire for speed was something the Blue Blur introduced to platformers for the first time. Sonic brought a sense of urgency to the platform game genre, which had previously been somewhat tranquil events, apart from the occasional heart flutter during a challenging segment. Extensive stretches of levels were covered in a few of seconds. In any case, velocity wasn't the only factor. Sonic's success can be attributed to the way that momentum, adrenaline, and complex level design worked together. Its zones functioned like puzzle chests and rewarded the player in various ways depending on their proficiency. The first Sonic the Hedgehog was a smash hit, but Sonic Team really refined the game's core premise with Sonic 2 and Sonic 3. Even today, these two games are considered to be the pinnacle of the Sonic franchise. Sonic's popularity grew even more with each new installment. His music, his persona, and the attitude he adopted from Bill Clinton, yes, really all became legendary. Meanwhile, Sonic drew inspiration from other popular media to create the Death Egg, a not-so-subtle parody of the Death Star from Star Wars, and the Super Sonic transformation, courtesy of Dragon Ball Z. The franchise flourished as Sonic's cultural significance increased. Sonic's popularity outside of video games led to his inclusion in numerous cartoons and comics. While the version of Sonic seen in Archie comics is well known, the Bush Pig took a different route in the UK. Comics based on other Sega franchises, such as Decap Attack and Echo the Dolphin, ran concurrently with Sonic the Comic, which ran from 1993 to 2002 and had an intricate, developing storyline. Both Sonic CD and Sonic and Knuckles, released in 1993 and 1994, introduced exciting new settings for the Blue Blur. The revolutionary potential of compact CDS was put to good use in Sonic CD, which received widespread acclaim as a result. In their own unique manner, Sonic and Knuckles tried something new. Thanks to the lock-on cartridge, Knuckles could be played in Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, which were otherwise incompatible. High-Speed Crash. Crash Bandicoot, another animal-based PlayStation game, was a big hit despite Sonic's failure to successfully marry 3D graphics with platforming. Just like Sonic, Nintendo's mascot Mario experienced a surge in popularity with the N64. The Sega Saturn, meanwhile, had a hard time keeping up with the times. Sonic failed to transition into 3D as his contemporaries Mario and Link did. Even though Sonic 3D Blast from 1996 and Sonic R from 1997 both introduced new features, none of them stuck. When Sonic Adventure was published in 1999, it helped to reverse the trend. Sonic's gameplay and supporting characters were updated for the current era. This revival was tragically cut short by the discontinuation of the Dreamcast. The company's mascot was bound to suffer as a result of Sega's decision to leave the console market. Sonic's final hurrah in his home console series was Sonic Adventure 2. Attitude adjustment. By the turn of the millennium, the Sonic franchise was in danger of falling behind, and its titular mascot was struggling to keep up. Sonic was the epitome of 90s attitude, but at the turn of the millennium, with Sega's popularity fading, he felt like a relic at best. The 2005 game Shadow the Hedgehog made an attempt to change the series' tone, with mixed results. A number of new Sonic games, including a reboot simply titled Sonic the Hedgehog, were released in 2006 to celebrate Sonic's 15th anniversary. Although each Sonic game attempted to pay tribute to the series' rich history, they rarely succeeded. Instead, Sonic was rapidly devolving into a haphazard assortment of bizarre spin-offs and ill-fated attempts to recapture its former glory. Weird stories like Sonic Unleashed are typical of this time period. Even though it was met with lukewarm reception upon its 2008 release, Sonic Generations has now become the series' undisputed Black Horse, or Warhog, frequently being mentioned in lists of the best Sonic games. 5 Gold Rings. Both Sonic the Hedgehog 4 and Sonic Generations, which came out in 2010 and 2011, are reverting to the series' roots. Fan service at its finest, Sonic Generations was a retrospective of the entire series. It was successful as both a game and a form of fan service. It successfully combined traditional 2D platforming with the excitement of 3D, making it the first Sonic game to feel authentic while fully utilizing all that the third dimension has to offer. Despite sharing Sonic 3's retro vibes, the reception of Sonic 4 was negative. And just as Sonic was starting to build up speed, his forward motion abruptly ceased. The Sonic Boom spin-off series represented Sonic's next iteration. In contrast to the positive reception the show's TV adaptation received, the games and Sonic's new look were met with mixed reviews. The mockery of a bandana-wearing Sonic is reminiscent of the uproar surrounding his live-action remake in 2019. 2017 Sonic Mania was the game that restored the series' standing with fans. One of the most well-rounded Sonic games, Sonic Mania consistently ranks high on best of lists and is widely considered a franchise high point. Silver Sonic. Fans have been wondering when they will next see Sonic in action, since 2017 seems like such a long time ago now. It has been hinted by the Sonic team that 2021, Sonic's 30th anniversary, will be a monumental year for the Hedgehog. For the time being, fans are focusing on another medium, the big screen. The initial reaction to the trailer for the live-action Sonic the Hedgehog film was one of utter terror. Fans in their droves took to social media to voice their displeasure with Sonic's new look, prompting a redesign effort. They went back and made Sonic look almost exactly like the original, with just a few minor adjustments. The updated design of Sonic has been well received. Fans appear ready to welcome Sonic's live-action journey following the recent revamp, and there is optimism that it will at least match the box office success of Detective Pikachu in 2019, Sonic's closest cinematic parallel. It's possible that Sonic the Hedgehog, like many other properties from the 90s, will ride the nostalgia wave to renewed popularity. Sonic's pop culture impact. During the years, Sonic has evolved into more than just a video game character. Comic novels, TV, and a major motion picture have all included his character. The success of the Sonic franchise has resulted in a wide variety of consumer goods, from video games and comic books to apparel and even breakfast cereal. Sonic's distinctive appearance and catchy tunes have both become cultural icons, and his tunes have spawned numerous versions and remixes. Sonic has left an indelible mark on popular culture that endures to this day. In 2020, Jim Carrey portrayed Dr. Eggman in a live-action adaptation of Sonic the Hedgehog. The film was a commercial triumph, introducing Sonic to a whole new audience. In 2022 a new movie has been released, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And Paramount has confirmed they are working on a third one. This was the evolution of Sonic. We hope you liked the video. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for more videos about the evolution of things. Thank you for watching.